right, how's it going, everyone? Ron, Sandcar Services. This is my house car. This is the old 2001 Tatum Sand Demon that's been heavily modified, obviously. LS3 stroker on nitrous oxide with a little boom boom in the back end. So just a little walkthrough for those of you that don't know my car, because it didn't get to run at all last year. Let's not go through that story over again. But it used to have a boat nose on it. Probably about the only thing left on the car from the original Fab guy, other than the down tubes in the back, is the Evolution style front end, which should have been a little bit wider, but I think it'll look okay when it's done. Those are about the only welds on the car that were considered safe. Everything else got cut out. Even the front shock mounts that were originally done, I wanted them boxed in, and I ended up with just two ears welded onto the bar. So Troy up at Unlimited Fabrication handcrafted me some box-in mounts, and then he took this bar here. This bar was added by the first fab shop that messed everything up, and it used to come all the way out to the front of the boat nose and dropped right here, and I really didn't like the way it looked. It looked really stupid. So it was just my opinion, but it's my car. So Troy cut it shorter for me and dropped it down. I think he just ended up replacing the bars, but everything Troy put in, every bar that he's done on the car is chromoly, where everything that was done before was Dom. So, I mean, it's all right because the original frame of the car, the centerpiece is all cold rolled steel. This car was not a chromoly chassis. You remember back in the early 2000s, these cars all had 4 cylinders in them. I don't think they really started putting V8s in a car until somewhere around 2003, as far as production was concerned. I believe this was a California built car in 2001. I think Rich at Tatum built this car. Not 100% sure, but the back of it is no longer got the straight drop tubes. All of this has been completely redone because the original Fab guy, his welds, the bars were bent wrong, and the welds they just weren't penetrated right. So Troy went back through. He also took, and if you've got a Sand Demon, you know that there's a slip joint right here. That's where the cage used to come apart. But since we added all these bars in here, he put the motor mounts right behind this down tube, and then he made the disconnect for the rear frame right here. So when I take the rear section of the cage off, you can see where it's disconnected right there. When I disconnect the frame now, I can actually test drive the car around without the backside of the car on it, which is kind of cool. It won't compromise anything just putting it around. He also Troy also made a crossover mount. S4 mounts are all in. Did a really nice job. I'm happy with it. And then he added these gussets. I don't know if you can see them or not. He added these gussets. I guess he built them for his Tatum, and I told him that I was having problems with that weld cracking, so he reinforced that. So that's kind of cool. So where we're going to go with it right now is I'm just going to keep prepping stuff today. It looks like there's a strong possibility Concept Powder Coating is going to get the powder coating job on it, although we're still kind of going around, around and around on picking a color, which I definitely want to be something that's going to make me happy. I wanted to go with chrome-based candy blue and or the original cobalt blue metallic that I kept spray painting it. So not really 100% sure what we're going to do there. But Tim Smith up at Sandblast Extreme RV is going to be doing the sandblasting on it tomorrow. And then if we can find a color that I like, I'll drop the frame off at the sandblaster. And then I still got some suspension stuff I've got to do before the suspension all gets sandblast or powder coated, because it's all going to get done in black with a blue metal flake. So car should look pretty good when it's all done. Anyway, follow me for the build. I'm going to be posting to my YouTube channel also for anything that's going to be longer than what I think the attention span is going to be. So my YouTube channel is Sandcar Services under Ron Williams. So, all right, let's get this project started.